Aloha kako and welcome. To the families, our distinguished guests, thank you for coming and supporting us as we celebrate the graduation of our 53rd firefighter recruit class. My name is Jeremy Takurio and I'll be your MC for today. In this 11-month program, we mold these recruits into public servants worthy of the title of firefighter. It is one of the toughest programs in the state, but the final result are men and women that can handle just about anything that comes their way. We train for a lot of things, but never to MC a large event. So with that, please bear with me as we get through today. In all seriousness, welcome everyone to this very important occasion in these firefighters' lives and the start of their career. A special mahalo goes out to all of the families, as we all know they couldn't have done it without you. Before we begin, we'll go over some quick housekeeping things. As you can see, these guys, they planned this graduation all on their own. Part of it was setting all of this up, all their chairs, all the decorations that you guys see. Another piece of it was this sound system. So one day I told CJ, I said, hey, we gotta go price out sounds. Next day I get a call from a good friend of mine. He said, no, don't worry, I get the full-on sound system. I get everything. I said, you get everything? He said, yeah, I can do sounds for my oldies. Lo and behold, we know about mic stand. With that, thank you to Captain Tyson Gu. In front of you guys too is cookbooks. This is me on behalf of the class. That's yours to take home. Also, the pictures are yours to take. Restrooms are located outside to my left. Also, as you guys are walking around, please watch out for any kind of trip hazards. We had a slight change to the program in front of you. With that being said, we're going to start with the opening prayer. I'd like to call up firefighter recruit Hills.
Let's pray. Dear God, we thank you for all the ways that you have provided for Class 53 over the last year. We thank you for all those that stood by us and stood with us and made it possible for us to be where we're at today. We thank you for your guidance and we thank you for the safety that you've afforded us. And we ask as we make this transition, firefighters, that you would also continue to protect us and the brothers and sisters that we will serve with. We thank you again for all of the ways that you've provided for us and just kept us safe. And we ask again that you would bless those that were such a blessing to us during this time. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you for the prayer, Mr. Hills. On that note, I'd like to call out the most seasoned recruit we have, as he initially was unsure of his path. He went through both the HPD Academy as well as our recruitment. As you can see, he made the right choice. Please welcome firefighter recruit CJ Lewis.
Good morning, Mayor, Chiefs, Captains, FEOs, medics, firefighters, instructors, families, friends, and most importantly, my fellow recruits. Today is more than just a graduation. It is a celebration of grit, growth, and the unbreakable bond we've built together. We didn't just complete Fire Academy. We earned every step, every scar, and every lesson that brought us to this moment. We came in as individuals, strangers with different backgrounds, experiences, and strengths. But through every drill, every late night, every challenge thrown our way, we learned to rely on each other, to lift each other up, to adapt when things didn't go as planned, and to overcome together. This journey wasn't easy. There were days when our bodies were exhausted, our confidence shaken, and our limits tested. There were moments where the rules didn't make sense. The expectations felt impossible and frustration threatened to take over. But we pushed forward, not just for ourselves, but for the person next to us. That's what it means to be a public servant, to show up when others can, to be ready, no matter the chaos, to put our lives on the line for someone we may never meet, and to do it with honor without hesitation. Throughout this academy, we didn't just learn to fight fire, we learned what it means to be a team. We learned how to communicate when every second mattered, how to lead when no one else stepped up, and how to trust deeply in the people who wear the same uniforms as we do. Let us never forget that fire doesn't care about our comfort. Emergencies don't wait for the perfect conditions, but the people we swear to protect, they're counting on us to be ready, to be brave, and to be human. So as we step forward into our careers, let's carry with us the lessons we learned here, the ones that weren't just in the curriculum, but in the moments we chose each other over ego, progress over pride, and purpose over pressure. To my brothers graduating today, I'm proud of you, not just because we made it, but because we made each other better. We showed resilience when things got tough and compassion when someone needed a hand. We adapted, we overcame, and we did it as a unit. In conclusion, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the Hawaii Fire Department, our Ho'akuloa Fire, and all those who contributed to the lessons, to the success of this year's training. Your dedication, professionalism, and tireless efforts have not only elevated the standard of work, but have also strengthened our bonds within our team. Your commitment has made it a lasting impact, and for that, we are truly grateful. However, above all, we must extend our deepest gratitude to our families. Their quiet sacrifices, enduring long hours, missed moments, and the weight of our absence are the unseen foundation of our accomplishments. Their unwavering support, patience, and understanding have made it possible for each of us to give our best. Here sitting before you, I present the Hawaii Fire Department Recruit Class 53, E Kupa'e.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis. I'd also like to add in, we thanking the police department for letting us have you. I really showed how seasoned you are. I'm sure Kalina's ecstatic that she doesn't need to wash any more recruit uniforms. She also said you start washing your own. At this time, I'd like to call up our first guest speaker. We're lucky that he was able to take time out of his busy day to be here with us. Maybe it's like a 1.5 shaka because we don't have the mic stand, but please welcome Mayor Kim Alamita.
All right, thank you. You can still do the double shaka. You just gotta know how to hold the mic. Wow, what a privilege to be here and an honor. I see so much familiar faces. This is such a great occasion. And so, I was talking stories with my managing director, Bill Brahante, and he was also a firefighter. He went to the recruit class every day. But you guys was recruit class 53. I think he was recruit class 3, right after Jesus. Nah, just joking, but it's all good. So, hey, this is such a great occasion. And I just wanted to show you just real quick. I see you guys' names over here: Charles, Shay, Jason, Jaren, Travis, Taylor, Kaimana, Kalia, Rich. I see Stephen, Joshua, Matthew, Trent. So that's all good, your first name. But you know what, more important is your last name. Yeah, your last name. Whether you got it from your mother's side or your father's side. But that's a name that you just brought honor to. Yeah, you guys brought so much honor to that last name, but you don't even know. And that, and that honor is here today. That's why you get your family, your friends. So continue to bring that honor to that last name, but continue to do, making good choices. And because that name will carry you. And quick story, when I was under Billy Kinoy, I was Office of Aging, I was a director there. Harry Kim brought me to his office, Mayor Kim, and he said, it was on transition, it was after Billy, then, Mayor Harry came in and he said, hey, I know I coached you and, we got a relationship, but how I know you're going to do a good job? And so I was over there, I was thinking, well, got my doctorate. I understand how to make strategic plans. I can get objectives. I get goals. I can hold my people accountable. And he was like, no, I don't care about that. How I know you're gonna do a good job? I was thinking, I just want to share my whole dissertation. What do you mean? So, after a while, I just said, you know why I'm gonna do a good job? Because my last name. My last name, Alamita. My dad want to work hard for bring honor to that name. My dad, 87 years old, very honorable man, and he alive. And he's still bringing pride to that name. So the worst thing I like to do is bring shame to that name. That's why I'm gonna work hard. And Mayor Kim stood up, put his hand out. That's good enough for me. And so I share that with you guys. The last name is important. Don't forget it. Let's have a good day today. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the day. Aloha.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. But at the end of the day, I'll get it, the double shaka with the mic, I promise. At this time, I'd like to bring up our next speaker, Fire Chief Kazuo Todd.
Most important thing, so I can actually read the notes I jotted down here. So I'm gonna be a little bit heavy at the beginning, but bear with me, we're gonna get to the point. So, Aloha Class 53. Today is not a celebration of completion. Today, you stand before me, well, actually, you're technically sitting, so let's say you're standing, okay? So you stand before me, qualified to start your career as a firefighter in the Hawaii Fire Department. Also technically PTA, well, RFIC too. So just go bear with me again. But today is the beginning. At the beginning is not marked by comfort or ease, as you guys basically sweated and were tortured for the last year as you went through recruit training. It was pretty hard. I watched the videos that you guys put on social media. Hopefully our friends and family out here also got to see what they went through. It is far, far greater than what I did back when I was a recruit. I am impressed, gentlemen. I am very impressed. Good job on that. But anyway, today is a beginning not marked by comfort and ease, but by solemn understanding of what lies ahead. Let me be honest with you. In the years to come, you guys are going to witness things that are not going to leave you. You're going to see tragedy in forms that most people will not be able to imagine. You'll kneel in the wreckage of a car and press your hand into a stranger's blood to stop them from losing what little blood they have left. You will hear screams and sometimes silence, and both will haunt you. You will feel the weight of a child in your arms, and there may be days when that weight stays with you long after you have gone home. You will sweat in smoke-filled heat, soaked through in your gear that clings to your skin like punishment. You will wake in the middle of the night again and again, not for your family, but for someone else's. You will work holidays. You will miss birthdays. Sadly, you'll also get old and maybe your back will ache or your knees won't work so well anymore. And this is because of the people that you will be carrying. Sometimes, some of you are going to limp across the finish line of your career carrying injuries that are not visible to the public that you served. And there is risk, real risk. The possibility that one day when the tones drop, you go, but do not return. And for all of this and all this sacrifice and pain that I'm asking these gentlemen to go through, I offer you a piece of metal. That's what we're here for today. It's a badge. It's not worth much, not in money. You can't trade it for a house, although I'm also going to get you a salary, so that might be able to get the house. It's not going to buy a vacation. It's not going to ease the back pain or guarantee your safety. So why do it? Why wear it? Why take on this burden? And this is a message for everyone else here in the audience. You put that badge on because of what lies behind the piece of metal. What I offer you today at the accumulation of your year of training is purpose. And not just any purpose, but a purpose born of fire, sweat, and sacrifice, a damn good purpose. This badge stands for the time you will spend saving lives, not just strangers, but neighbors, aunties, uncles, kapuna, and keiki. It stands for the hours that you will invest in safeguarding our communities, from dragging hose through brush to pulling people from wrecks to paddling out in the surf when no one else or can do it. It stands for a career in serving the public with aloha, not as a slogan, but as a practice. For every call you answer and every breath you give will be an act of an aloha. This is what the badge means, and this is the weight behind the medal. You're being given 20 to 30 years of purpose, and that is what I am here to offer you today, and that is what this career is. It is a life lived with meaning and time spent in service and a heart turned outward. It will not be easy, and it shouldn't be. Purpose is not supposed to be easy, it is supposed to be worth it. So when the pain comes, and it will, remember this purpose. When the night gets long and we wake you up over and over and over again to go out and call after call after call, remember this purpose. When you question why you started, remember this purpose. Because the badge that you will wear does not just mark you as a firefighter, it binds you to a mission. And our mission is to save lives and property, to safeguard our communities, and to serve the public with aloha. That mission is now yours. So later on we'll badge you and you will wear that medal, and you will endure that burden, and you will live that life. And never forget that the thing I offered you today was not a badge. I offer you purpose, and it's a damn good one. Mahalo.
Thank you, Chief. I promise there's water in that red solo cup. Again, there's water over there. I promise. As Chief Todd was saying, I don't know if you guys all seen the YouTube video, but that is something that actually Captain Gu did. He followed this class throughout their recruitment. It's up on Hawaii Fire Department on YouTube. Go check it out when you guys have time. You can see what these guys had to endure all year. Our next speaker was unable to make it today as he already had a prior engagement and he's actually out of the country. He did give his apologies to the families as well as to Class 53. He actually called and FaceTimed them one by one today before the ceremony. He did leave a speech for me to read on his behalf. This gentleman is actually a very good speaker. He always has something great to say. If you guys know him, he also likes to speak in Olelo, Hawaii. Although I look like it, I don't. As you guys seen Mr. Hills, I'm actually the same color on the inside as he is on the outside. So with that, please forgive me if I botched the Hawaiian verses, but I did practice. So here we go. This is on behalf of Chief Springer. Aloha mai kako, distinguished guests, families, friends, and most importantly, our graduating recruits. Today we gather to celebrate a monumental accomplishment. You have each endured a year of grueling training, the early mornings, the late nights, the endless drills, the physical strain, the mental and emotional challenges. You push yourselves beyond what you thought possible because you chose to serve. Because we believe this community is worth protecting, we have by choice committed to sacrifice and adversity. We have decided that no task is beneath us in our pursuit of excellence. A good friend once shared this James Lane Allen quote with me. Adversity doesn't build character, it reveals it. Under pressure, our true nature is brought forth. No one has perfect character across the board. When we do hard things, it is a test of our character, but it also exposes our weaknesses. As firefighters, we must always walk through the fire of adversity to forge in ourselves to always be mission ready. The community expects us to constantly prepare mentally or physically well in advance of an emergency. Adversity can lead to either growth or decline, depending on how the individual chooses to react and if they learn from the experience. Some of you may have supported today's graduation ceremony by purchasing Recruit Class 53 t-shirts. The class featured our Warrior King, Kamehameha Paea, and their class motto, E Ku Pae. This call to action means to be steadfast, loyal, and faithful, to stand firm in resolute, unwavering commitment. This class has met and in most cases exceeded national performance standards through consistent perseverance, but now the expectation evolves to exceed public expectations in a changing world. Okay, this is the Hawaiian verse right here. E ku pa'a, I kala'au, e a'a, a laila, e huamai. Stand firm like the tree, take root, and then bear fruit. Before you can blossom, perform, lead, or teach others, you must first hold fast, then deepen your roots, training, values, foundation. Only then can you bear fruit, be effective, help others, and serve the community. To meet this challenge, we must not only be steadfast, we push forward, unified in fulfillment of our purpose, a feat much easier said than done. When Kamehameha I stood before his warriors at Eel Valley, he told them, Imua, e nā puki'i, inu, I kawai aba aba, a ohehope, e ho'i mai ai. Forward, young brothers, and drink of the bitter waters, for there is no turning back. He spoke these words during the first battle of Kepanivai in Eel Valley on the island of Maui, fought in June 1790, as part of his campaign to unify the Hawaiian Islands. Kamehameha called upon his warriors to embrace the hardship, to stand firm in the face of adversity, and to move forward without thought of retreat. Sources also indicate Kamehameha may have said this at multiple battles during his campaign. This is a powerful indicator of the mindset needed to lead thousands to victory. While he is most well known for being a fierce warrior and master strategist, he became a well-respected king through intelligent leadership, building relationships, and rebuilding war-torn communities. King Kamehameha stands as a timeless example of perseverance, from an infant marked for death to ruler of a nation. You all have stood firm through the trials of training. Think back to your first day and think of the person and firefighter you have now become. You have supported each other, lifted each other up, and carried each other forward. Don't let the work put in go to waste. Never stop pushing. This profession owes you nothing. You will get what you put in. From today onward, you carry a new kuleana, a sacred responsibility. You will stand watch over our community with honor and pride, protect lives and property, and provide hope and reassurance on the darkest of days. Your uniform is more than fabric. It is a symbol of your integrity, your courage, and your unwavering commitment to serve. It is a symbol of hope for those who call for help. You will be called to enter where others flee, to remain calm when chaos surrounds you, and to hold the line with strength and humility. The badge is more than just a piece of metal. It's a visible representation of your oath to uphold your duties with honor and integrity. To your Ohanas, mahalo for being the foundation upon which these recruits have built their strength. Your sacrifices are quiet and often unseen, but they are deeply appreciated. I thank you deeply on behalf of our community. To our recruits, as you cross this stage, remember you're not just accepting a badge or a title, you're stepping into a lifelong promise. Remember that comfort is the enemy of growth. You shall carry the weight of duty and elevate the honor of our fire service. Maintain the legacy of trust, bravery, and selflessness that our predecessors have paid in blood, sweat, and tears. There is no turning back. There is only forward. Forward to service, forward to sacrifice, and forward to excellence. So today we honor your journey, your dedication, and your unbreakable spirit. Pursue excellence, wisdom, and growth. Always be curious and never stop learning, as a public servant and as a human being. Give back to your families, friends, and the community. E ku pae imua. Stand firm and move forward. We look forward to standing beside you as you watch over our community with courage and aloha. Congratulations and welcome to the Hawaii Fire Department. Wasn't too bad. I tried. I was practicing. With that, on behalf of Chief Springer and the rest of the training staff, thank you all for coming and congratulations, 53. Next up, we have a representative from the Hawaii Firefighters Association. We actually went through recruit class together. We sat on a stage similar to this almost 18 years ago now. He is also probably one of the most handsome union representatives to ever serve us in the islands. You guys will see. Please welcome Mako Sores.
Morning, Aloh. I'm not good at this, so you guys look good. I think when they asked for union representative to come and speak today, you guys are expecting our union president Bobby to do the incredible individual with a lot of organizational and inspirational knowledge for you folks. But instead, you guys got Bobby was playing it today, so just bear with me. I did bring a lead, though. It's unfortunate. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here, and I brought hopeful. Hopefully, we'll get through this speech and you guys won't fall asleep. But yeah, again, I can't believe this. Like, I saw the program that you guys put me behind, arguably the most charismatic mayor in the islands, and a bunch of chiefs who are all very intelligent and eloquent speaking. So here we go. Good luck to everybody listening, and congratulations, you guys. First off, I want to recognize our training division. They poured a lot into these gentlemen, and these guys are sitting on the stage today because of the training division. So if you guys could give them a round of applause. Thank you guys. Please stand up and be recognized for that. Okay, never mind. Anyways, aloha mai kako. My name is Mako Sores. I'm I represent the Hawaii Firefighters Association. I'm the executive board member for our Hawaii division. And more importantly, I'm also a firefighter. I'm not here to give a fancy speech, obviously, or act like I know everything, but I just want to share a few things that I've learned over my career now that you folks are stepping into this life career. You guys are moments away from graduating, but you know, this is not the finish line. It's actually just starting a new career. What you learned so far is just a foundation. And this career is going to keep testing you, teaching you every shift, every call, every mistake, every small win. The learning never stops on this job, so keep sharpening your skills. Don't forget that this job is not only about your skills, but most importantly, what's in your heart. There's no class that teaches you how to sit with a stranger while somebody, while they say goodbye to someone they love. And sometimes the most important thing that you do isn't a rescue, it's just being calm when the world is falling apart for that person. And that's the part that nobody really talks about in this job. And those moments are going to stick with you forever. And that's where the real reason of this job actually is. When those moments come, it won't be about your skills, your speed. It's going to be about how you showed up. With presence, with respect, and with heart. And that's what separates a technician from a firefighter. And you guys are going to understand that as time goes on. The station is going to become your second home, and the crew is going to become your second family. And the firehouse or the stations should be treated with treated a little different, or should be treated a little different from fall. The same respect, same presence, same standard every time you walk through the door. You folks earned your spot here today on the stage, and we're proud of you, but you're not quite in just yet. You're stepping into houses where the crews are already tight. There's some of these firefighters that bled together, they laugh together, they carry each other through the hardest days of their lives, inside and outside of the station. It's the kind of trust that doesn't get handed out on day one, but you'll build that over time quietly by how you show up, how you act, and how you carry it through them. Respect in this job runs deep, and it means respecting the rank, respecting the house, respecting the rhythm of the crew. You don't need to act like you know everything, you just need to be solid. Take pride in the small stuff, clean gear, clean kitchen, full pot of coffee, hopefully the rice isn't too dry. Do your work, watch the crew, and over time you find the things. To the families in attendance, I want to speak to you for a second. You might hear us talking about the pressures of this job, about proving yourself, and about being tested. It's not about breaking people down. We're not doing it to make things hard on these young men. We do it because this job is centered around life safety. Our safety first, and then recovery. Your loved ones about to walk into a new fire station with a new crew and a new dynamic where they'll be expected to perform. Not eventually, not someday, but right away. And the crew needs to know that you can count on them. That's why expectations are high, and that's why the standards are high. Because when it matters most, there's no time to wonder who's ready and who's not. Everyone on the rig has to be locked in, and that's what we expect of you. This job will follow you home. Not always in obvious ways, but sometimes the hardest fire to manage is the one inside, the one that nobody sees. You might not notice it right away, but it's going to keep you eventually. You catch yourself being short with your kids or your loved ones, you start sleeping less. Your mind starts replaying tough calls. I'm still learning myself. I'm still learning how to not bring the job to the front door every day, how to take a breath before I walk into my house. So my kids get a better version of me that's better, not just one out. Same with my loved ones and my fiance. But that part takes work, and if you don't figure it out, this job's going to bleed into every aspect of your life. There's also something else I want to talk to you about, and this is serious. This job is not your identity. It's a calling, it's a privilege, it's a heavy responsibility, but it's not who you are. You weren't chosen for this job because of the title, you're chosen because of your character. Who you are, your values, your culture, your kuleana, that's what carried you here, and it's what's going to carry you through this career. Get who you are, guide how you treat people, and don't let the uniform swallow you. Bring your full self into this career, not just your training, but your humanity. That's what makes you dependable, and that's what makes you trustworthy. That's what makes you the kind of firefighter people remember. We don't do this for likes or content. The fire service isn't here for that. This job isn't about being a hero, it's about being a human. And staying humble while you serve. We don't get to stand here today where we are without the ones that came before us. But we do know the gear we wear, the tools we use, the standards we follow, all of it was built on the backs of men and women who stood before us. Through lives lost, through lessons learned, in heat and smoke. So when we walk into the station, we put on that uniform, we're carrying more than equipment, we're carrying a legacy. And that's why the union matters. That's where HFFA comes in. The union isn't just about contracts, not about pay scales or benefits, even though those things matter. What we really do is stand behind the people who do this work. We fight to make sure you're treated like a person and not a number. We advocate for your safety, your well-being, and your mental health. We speak up when something's not right, and we protect the things that allow you to show up for your true and treated community without losing yourself along the way. When you're taking care of everyone else, someone's got to be taking care of you, and that's what we're here to do. So to the 53rd recruit class across the big line today, you earned a badge, and then we can take that away from you. But from this day forward, it's not about earning a place, it's about honoring. You've tested, you've tired, frustrated, but that's normal, that's a part of it. When the moments come, remember that you started, remember where you're going from. It's not the tools they train that define you, it's how you carry yourself when nobody's watching. It's how you treat people, your crew, the public, and your family. It's whether people feel safer, calmer, and more seen because people who show up. So carry yourselves with humility, leave it aloha, respect the job, respect the house. And when the day comes, the young firefighter looks at you guys, same way with your mentors, make sure you become someone who you connected. Welcome to our family. HFA is proud of you. I'm proud of you. We're all proud of you. Now it's your turn to carry Skuleana forward with strength, purpose, and heart. Aloha.
Told you guys he was handsome, huh? Luckiest person is Chelsea in the back, his fiance. Our next speaker represents our partner agency from the state of Hawaii, Aircraft Rescue Firefighting, also known as ARF. Please welcome Chief Martinez Jacobs.
Aloha. I was thinking about what I was going to say to the recruits and what we could share in that. So what I have to say is from the heart, and I hope you take this to heart. Is that one, congratulations. I want to thank the mayor, the chief, the leadership that brings you, it makes us whole. Without being whole, we cannot work as one. I've been a fireman since 18 years old, and I just want to share this with you, is that you have to make sure that you family first, put God in your life, and take care of your family. One of the main things I learned is culture, learning what the culture is, and taking care of your family. That's a unique thing about being in Hawaii. If you're a firefighter, always look fine. You wear that badge, you wear the uniform, people know you're a first responder, they expect a higher standard. There may be some of us, some of your friends, now we have a different situation that we're in where people aren't doing so well. They're homeless and that. We have to be willing to look back and be able to reach out to help them and to be able to help the young children and so forth. You're coming in to be a member of the Hawaii Firefighters Association, big union. Make sure when they're doing something, food drives and all that you involve yourself. To be a fireman, you need to be all involved. That's the uniform that you're wearing, that's your salary. You got to look back to make sure that you're helping everybody. The chief has directive, and that's a really hard job doing that, is that follow what the chief says, follow your leadership in here, support it because you become stronger. More importantly is that this is a trade secret, the secretary, that's the real chief. Do not make the secretary angry. Take care of the secretary, thank them, the clerical people. I learned that the hard way, but I reached back to the secretary, number one, because things don't happen, right? You give them around because that's what makes everything happen. More importantly in your family, it's the same thing like your mother, your father, honor them. And the reason I say this is that when you're going out, there's going to be a lot of challenges you're going to face and so forth. There may be personalities you may not get along with at the fire station, but it takes every day as a growing, that's your family. Making sure you come to work, they're depending on you to do the job. You're getting a pro board certificate for your various NFPA accomplishments, and I'm proud to say that Hawaii County Fire Department now has a delegated authority where they issue all their own certificates and so forth, and we're signed an agreement. And thanks to the Hawaii County, I thank Chief Springer and all that because it made it happen. And I say together we accomplish more. Lastly, I want to say to you is that the important is that when you walk out the store, you get the badge, you walk out, you're a firefighter. Make sure you're conduct. No drinking, driving, and all that, because it happens. I've spoken to a lot of classes. Think about the people in the community. Think about your family. Your family first. That will always bring you home every night. Okay? And thank you. God bless you. And it's a good career. Stick with it. Okay?
Thank you, Chief Jacobs. Sorry for making you sit so far away this year, Chief. I just wanted to make sure you get your steps in for today. We are very lucky to have this next gentleman as our guest speaker. He was actually one of the people from our department that started our relationship with ARF and Chief Jacobs. Since then, it has grown exponentially. If you guys don't know, we actually have a joint program between county, state. Last year, actually involved our federal partners up at PTA. It's been pretty consistent since then. I myself also had the privilege of working with him while he was still employed with us. His son-in-law actually is sitting in the back row. If it wasn't for me, he actually might have not been here. I'm the one that asked him to be here, not that guy over there. But please welcome our next speaker, retired Deputy Chief Lance Uchida.
Okay, thank you. So part of being a firefighter is being prepared, right? But the other part is that when things go a little sideways, like no mic stand, you got to be able to improvise, adapt, and overcome. I came prepared. I printed my speech, but I forgot my glasses. Okay, so well, here it goes. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Okay, so what an honor to be here today. It's such a prestigious and momentous occasion. Congratulations, Class 53. Should we knock out our 53 push-ups now or we'll wait for later? Okay, we'll wait for later. I will warm up too. Okay, so all joking aside, this is a big day for you guys. For you guys, your family, the support group here today. You've earned that seat here today. Make no mistake about it. You've shown Chief Todd, Chief Jacobs, you have what it takes to be a firefighter for the Hawaii Fire Department and State Airport Rescue. So congratulations. Okay, so for those who don't know me, my name is Lance Uchida, and I retired from the fire department back in 2020. I mean, yeah, I can't believe how fast 5 years flew by, but I know I'm not too old because I still see some familiar faces that I've worked with in operations and in admin, so I'm not too ancient, okay? But for the people that I've had the privilege to work with, there was one thing I used to always say about this job, if you guys remember. Chief Okinaki, you remember what he used to always say? This is the what? Best job in the world. This is the best job in the world. You guys heard that? This is the best job in the world. This is the seed that I want you to plant today. It is this seed and sense of appreciation, this attitude of gratitude. Nobody owes you anything. You're not entitled to anything. It's simply an honor and privilege to serve in this profession, working for this department, serving this community. You guys understand that? Okay, good. Okay, so to help you keep this appreciative mindset, I want you to start this memory book, and I want you to plant it somewhere in your brain. I want you to go back to the time that you decided to apply for this job. Okay, for some of you guys, it was a no-brainer. You guys wanted to be a firefighter from small kid time. You probably was organized enough that you had it all methodically laid out to get to this point today. Kudos to you. Okay. Then there's some of us, okay, or some of you that really had no idea what it was like to be a firefighter, okay, or what it took, or what it takes. Okay, but you were smart enough to know that this is a great career and this is a great opportunity to better yourself, your family, and serve our community. Okay, nothing wrong with that either. But there's always one or two in the group, right, who have no clue, no idea, and they just feel that, damn, I would look good in a uniform. Is there any couple of those in there? No? Okay. So maybe you guys are the exception, right? Okay, whatever it was, whatever your why, you pulled the trigger and started your process that led you here today. I want you to recall that process, what you went through, okay, studying for the written exam, okay, taking that test, waiting for those results, and then scoring at the top of your testing group. That's terrific. Okay, then it was on to the next phase, the physical ability. Okay, now you have to exercise, you have to train, you have to practice. And if you're a weak and a poor swimmer like me, you have to go swim and train every single day. But you did it. The swim, the bag drag, the hose carry, the run, you passed them all. Then it was on to the next phase, phase 3, the interview. For some of you guys, the interview was probably the most nerve-wracking part. Renting your suit, matching your shoes, practicing your responses, working on your body language, and trying to control your sweat that was coming out of your hands. Right? You guys remember that? Okay, and I know in that interview, you guys promised the world. You guys told that panel how you guys would be the best firefighter on the planet. Right? Was there anybody sitting on that interview board here? Okay, so good. That's the people that are going to remember what you said. So I challenge you today, hold yourself accountable. This job is about discipline, accountability, integrity. If you said you're going to do that, then you do it. Okay, but back to our process. Okay, so the next process, right? You get conditional offer, maybe medical exams, you get background checks, okay? And then you get the formal offer, you get the call. Remember that day when you received the call that you are a candidate for the 53rd Fire Recruit class. Remember the chee-hoos, the backflips, the yeehaws, calling and texting everybody who you worked with said, I'm in. I start August 1st. And then you report for duty August 1st to the training branch. And then you quickly learn that, shucks, this is just tryouts for the fire department. And now it's up to you to show Chief Springer, Captain Roback, and the training cadre that you had what it takes to be a firefighter, the best profession and the best job in the world. Then thousands of push-ups later, wait, is that exaggeration? Thousands. About there, right? Thousands of push-ups, okay, later, hundreds of miles running, miles of swimming, rash, cramps, body aches, muscle failure, borderline heat exhaustion. And that's just the physical part of the recruit training that you guys went through. On top of that, all the learning and studying that had to go on. The part of the job that many people are not aware about, how professional, knowledgeable, and skillful a firefighter needs to be. Weekly exams and skills proficiency testing, completing the Fire Essentials Manual, wildland firefighting, airport rescue firefighting, hazmat, EMT, driver training, pro board certifications, and so forth. And 1 year later, here we are today. That's the seed I'm asking you to plant today. The sacrifice, the perseverance, the camaraderie, the teamwork, the discipline you endured to get to this point today. So I say again, you earned your seat here today. Congratulations. Celebrate this accomplishment, spend time with your family, and thank them for the love and support that they provided for you. But, you guys hate those buts in training? We finished but, right? There's always a but. So enough of the fluff and the praise, that's the past. Now let's talk a little bit about the present and future. Some of you will start on shift come Monday. Who's starting on Monday? Okay, some of you guys will start exciting, right? Some of you guys will start on Monday. Celebrate tonight and even tomorrow, but be ready come your first shift. Know that all of what you learned this past year are just the basics, the fundamentals. You've been deemed proficient, but our goal is not proficiency. Our goal is mastery. This is where the real world learning begins. Real calls with real people and with real outcomes. The job is about discipline and the expectations are high. And to be considered a master of your craft, you need to train, train, and train some more. Your team expects it, the community expects it, and more importantly, your family here expects it. Know also that every day is not going to be a great day. It's like all the chiefs was saying. You're going to see things and be exposed to things that normal people will not experience in their lifetime. This is where it's important that you look out for one another and take care of each other. Keep in contact with your classmates. Check in on them. Make sure that they're doing okay, especially if you know they had a rough shift or a bad call. Don't be ashamed to reach out and ask for help. You're not in this alone. I know that you guys met with the peer support team, okay, Chris Tramadakis and Chaplain Renee Godoy. They're a great resource. It's important that we take care of our mental health, not just the physical side of it. You guys all top shit. You guys did thousands of push-ups. We got to work on the mental side as well. Also know that your family is the number one priority always. They didn't choose this profession, you did. Don't expect them to understand why you're tired and don't have the energy to play or do all the chores after your shift. And try hard to make it a point not to take out your unknowing frustration and your temper tantrums on your family because you're tired. They're your number one support system and your number one fan. Take care of them. As a matter of fact, how about you folks stand, rise, and please give an applause to your support group. Please stand. Give them a round of applause. They deserve that. Okay, thank you. Have a seat. Okay, and to the families out there, please know that you play a vital role in the health and well-being of our firefighters. There will be times when your loved one comes home after a tough shift. You might be excited to see them because you see them as relief coming home after spending 24 hours alone with the kids. But if you can, maybe cut them a little slack, give them a little break, give them a little grace. Don't let them loaf with milk it though. Don't let them do that. But maybe consider some grace for them. There's no one stronger than a spouse or family member of a first responder. Are you folks hold it all together through raising the family, attending extracurriculars and sporting events, and then dealing with the natural disasters? All the while, your spouse is unselfishly serving their community. You are the backbones of these young firefighters here. And please understand that a healthy family leads to a healthy first responder. And a healthy first responder leads to a safer community. Okay, so in closing, I need to make one admission. I know I always said that this is the best job in the world, but I gotta admit, I did find one better, and that's being retired. And that is also something you guys get to look forward to in due time. Yes, sir. So to class 53, train hard, stay safe, take care of each other, and God bless. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. If you don't know, my wife is back there. I think Chief Uchida was actually talking to you, babe. Give me grace when I get home from work. If you don't know my wife, lucky you. At this time, I'd like to call up Chief Todd and Chief Jacobs. We're gonna start the pinning ceremony. Before we do that, how it's gonna happen is we're gonna start with squad 3, squad 2, and then squad 1. The family members that's gonna do the pinning for squad 3, if we can have you congregate here on this left side of me here. Once the last recruit gets pinned, if the squad 2 family members can come up, and then following with squad 1. We good with that plan? So if you get the family members for squad 3. Do we know? Okay, I'll just give you that. So squad 3 is McCullough, Lawcock, Baccaran, and Hanzalo. So the family members of those recruits, we have you come here on this side.
'53, attention, parade, rest.
Squad 3.
Right, face. Forward, march. Squad 3. Halt. Right, face. Parade, rest.
Stephen McCullough. Stephen is being badged by his parents, Tom and Sandra McCullough, whose love, support, and guidance have been a constant foundation throughout his journey to becoming a firefighter. He is grateful for his family and friends and honored to serve his home community. Joshua Lawcock. Retired firefighter Victor Lawcock proudly pins his son, Joshua Lawcock, as he begins his journey in the Hawaii Fire Department. A legacy of service lives on, built on courage, dedication, and commitment to protect others. Matthew Baccaran. Pinning firefighter recruit Baccaran is his fiancee Ashlyn, along with their son Kaimalu. Over the past year, she's been in steady support through the late nights, the long study sessions, the tough days, and all the moments in between, while also adjusting to life as a new mom. Her strength, patience, and the sacrifices she made didn't go unnoticed, and it's something he'll always carry with him as he moves forward in his career. He's proud to share this moment with her and hopes she knows how much he loves and appreciates everything she's done for him and their new family. Trent Hanzawa. Pinning firefighter recruit Hanzawa is his fiancée Shayna and daughter Aria. He would like to express his heartfelt gratitude to his wife and daughter. Their unwavering love, support, and understanding have been his greatest sources of strength. Through every challenge and triumph, they have stood by him with patience, kindness, and encouragement. He is forever thankful.
Squad 3, 10, set. Right, base. Forward, march.
If you could have the family members for our next group and start coming up.
Squad 3, up. Right, base. Raise, rest.
Squad 2.
Attention. Left, base. Forward, march. Squad 2, halt. Left, base. Parade, rest.
Taylor Hills. Firefighter recruit Hills is being pinned by Quinn, his wife of 2 years. Her support and encouragement have been invaluable throughout recruit class. She is eagerly awaiting some well-earned time off from carrying his dead weight over the last 11 and a half months. Kaimana Kahalepuna. First and foremost, he would like to thank his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because without him, nothing is possible. Pinning firefighter recruit Kahalepuna today is his mother, Waipunalani Kahalepuna. He wouldn't be here without the help of countless friends and family, and for that he is grateful. But he wouldn't be the man he is today without his mother, Puna. She has inspired him to pursue a career that inspires others. He is forever grateful for your love and support. Kalia Augustine. Firefighter recruit Augustine is being pinned by his mom, Rachel, and his dad, Augie. He would like to say a huge thank you to his family, his girlfriend, Lacey, his loved ones, and especially the role models who have walked the line before him. He's honored to represent you all as he starts his journey of the best job in the world. Ridge Ishii. Firefighter recruit Ishii is being pinned by his father, a retired police officer that inspired Ridge to become a first responder himself. It is with great honor and pride that Ridge carries the torch of being a first responder and a selfless public servant. He also wants to give a special thanks to his family and friends that supported him along the way.
Squad 2, attention. Left face. Forward march. Squad 2, halt. Left face. Parade rest.
Squad 1.
Attention, right face. Forward march. Squad 1, halt. Right face. Parade rest.
Charles Lewis Jr. Firefighter recruit Lewis is being pinned by his amazing wife, Kailina, and kids, Charlie and Kale Boy. He wants to thank them from the bottom of his heart for their unwavering love and support throughout recruit class. Their strength, encouragement, and patience kept him going on the hardest days. He also wants to give a special thanks to his mom, Laurie, and the rest of his family. He couldn't have done it without them. Shay Kakis. First and foremost, he wants to thank God, his family, and his girlfriend, Cheyenne, along with her entire family. You are his why, the reason he chose to pursue this dream. He wants you all to know that he's always here for you, just as you've been there for him. Pinning firefighter recruit Kakis is his girlfriend Cheyenne. To Cheyenne, thank you for standing by his side through this entire journey. He knows it hasn't been easy. Your patience and your support carried him through. He couldn't have done it without you. Jason Arellano. Firefighter recruit Arellano is being pinned by his girlfriend Mariah. Jason gratefully thanks his incredible girlfriend Mariah for her steady love and sacrifice through every step of his journey. He also shares deep appreciation to his family and friends for their unwavering faith and encouragement. This accomplishment belongs to them just as much as it does to him. Jaren Okutsu. Pinning firefighter recruit Okutsu is his girlfriend Sheree. Sheree has been the foundation for Jaren throughout the recruit class. Her sacrifices this past year has allowed Jaren to pursue this rewarding career. He wants her to know that this milestone is a we accomplishment and that he wouldn't be standing on this stage without her. Brody and Brock and I love you. Travis Fukuhara. Pinning firefighter recruit Fukuhara is his father, Nelson Fukuhara. Nelson has consistently supported him throughout his entire childhood and professional career.
Squad one, attention, right face. Forward march. Squad one, hold, right face. Break rest.
Chief Todd will now go through the statement of loyalty.
So for the family members, you guys saw that was it's hard to put on the badge, right? Because purpose is hard, guys. All right, class 53. Attention. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America, and I will obey the laws and ordinances of the state of Hawaii, and I will familiarize myself with and be obedient to the rules, regulations, and orders of the fire department. And I shall faithfully serve the residents and visitors of Hawaii in the discharge of my duties as a firefighter EMT to the best of my knowledge and ability. I do so affirm. Everyone, I present you the graduates of the Hawaii Fire Department's 53rd Firefighter Recruit Class. And we'll put your hands down.
Take seats.
At this time, I'd like to call up Captain Keone Roback. He's gonna come up and give out the top 3 recruit awards.
Detail, attention, right face. Forward march. Ready, hold, right face, break rest. Aloha and welcome.
Aloha and welcome. The ability to work as a team is integral to our success as a fire department. and to the success of the recruit. However, we do recognize individual effort. There will be 3 awards given today recognizing performance excellence over the course of the Hawaii Fire Department's training program. Awardees will receive the privilege of choosing a station based on department need and availability for their first permanent assignment after recruit training. The first award is Most Outstanding Recruit. This award recognizes the recruit that excels during recruit training and is based on the criteria outlined in the performance review, academics, drill ground performance, performance expectations, physical fitness, equipment maintenance, and personal appearance. This award was determined by the training cadre. The award goes to firefighter recruit Charles C.J. Lewis Jr. Firefighter Lewis was chosen to be the class leader on day 1 of recruit training. It has been common to change out class leaders throughout recruit training, but firefighter recruit Lewis has shown exceptional leadership skills, and we had extended him in the class leader position until today. He also ranked 2nd in academics and 2nd in physical fitness. Firefighter Lewis' passion, performance, and dedication is the reason he has earned this honor. Congratulations, firefighter recruit Lewis Jr. The next award will be the Combat Firefighter Fitness. This is a time-based assessment conducted during recruit training. The recruit with the best time completing the event will be awarded this award. This event consists of donning full PPE, including SCBA, and 1 length of 2.5-inch hose as a bundle. They will ascend 3 flights of stairs, pull up a 50-foot, 1.75-inch hose bundle, carry the 2.5 bundle back down the stairs, move a Kaiser sled 1 length, simulating forcible entry, fully raise a 24-foot ladder and lower it, pull a 4-inch hose 100 feet, and carry or drag a 185-pound mannequin 100 feet in the quickest time. The award goes to firefighter recruit Ridge Ishii. This event is meant to challenge the firefighters' conditioning and skill acquisition. It is a physically demanding event with a finisher at the end, a 185-pound mannequin, which may weigh more than some of the participants. Congratulations, firefighter recruit Ishii. The next award will be the highest physical training score. This award will recognize a recruit that has the highest overall physical fitness score on the final physical fitness test, which will be based on a 2-mile run, push-ups, pull-ups, plank, and a 500-meter swim. The award goes to firefighter recruit Stephen McCullough. Firefighter recruit McCullough ran 2 miles in 13 minutes and 8 seconds, completed 18 strict pull-ups, 85 hand-release push-ups to a metronome set at 60 beats per second, dragged a 4-inch large diameter hose line 100 feet in 13.78 seconds, and completed a 500-meter swim in 6 minutes and 42 seconds. Physical fitness is a requirement in our profession. Congratulations, firefighter recruit McCullough.
Attention, right face, forward march. Ready, open, right face, take seats.
Congratulations to our top 3, and again, congratulations to everybody in class 53. How's about another round of applause for real quickly, we're almost there to the end. I just want to say a few words to these guys before I bring up Firefighter Ishi to bless the food. First off, mahalo everyone for being here and supporting our firefighters. Like I said, before you go to lunch, I would just like to thank the families for being here. Without the love and support from you all, our firefighters would not have been able to do this. The long nights, washing of uniforms, polishing of boots, prepping of food, assistance with studying, and the constant nagging. I get it. We were all there. With that being said, this is just prepping you all for the next 30 years because it only gets worse. It doesn't get worse, it gets easier. But in all honesty, they would need to have your continued love and support throughout their career, as this is just the start. For the wives and significant others who are in here just starting out, you are not alone. I'm sure some of you may have started to reach out to other spouses within the class. However, that connection does not need to stop there. As I said earlier, we as firefighters have been where these guys are, and so are our wives. I put my wife and family through a lot. However, this small community they've built together amongst each other is something special. She made a page on Instagram dedicated to firewives that we like to share with all of you, which is Hawaii Firewife Life. It is a space free of judgment where you as a spouse can let it all out. My wife, along with a few of our core friends who are also veteran firewives, they've been through it all and can help you along the way. She did start out by making videos about me. She even dressed up as me. However, whatever you see about me is false. Like they say, you can't believe everything that's on the web. Again, it's all false. But go check it out. For the wives in here, if you need somebody, you want to connect with somebody with more experience, reach out to them. It's her Instagram account, Hawaii Firewife Life. She also wanted me to say that she's been kind of stagnant on that page, but feel free to reach out. We are now a pretty big volleyball family. That is actually our volleyball team back there helping us out today. Can give them a round of applause, please. But yeah, go check it out. This is for the spouses and family members in here. You'll get a good laugh. Her videos are pretty good, actually. To our newest firefighters, I'd like to welcome you into this department. You guys are actually my first class that I've taught from start to finish, and I can honestly say I'm proud of each and every one of you for making it here today. You can ask the veterans I've worked with that's in here, but for me to say I'm proud means a lot. I told you all on day one that I'm not congratulating any of you or welcoming you in until we graduate. And here we are today, so congratulations. Becoming a firefighter can be extremely rewarding, yet it also comes with despair and great sacrifice that many don't understand. You will respond to anything and everything you can imagine, from someone calling because they were cold and needed a blanket, to hazmat incidents, rescues, deaths, births, family members, and even picking up one of our own. Nothing can fully prepare you for what you're about to experience, but you should keep training as if your life depends on it, because it does. You are expected to respond professionally and with restraint of any emotion you may be feeling. People depend on you to be strong and ready to perform the skills needed to accomplish the task at hand. As Chief Springer mentioned, this is more than just a uniform or a badge, but more a symbol of hope. This career will test you both mentally and physically, and you will experience things you never thought were imaginable. However, it can also be the most satisfying when you get your first code save or even bringing new life into this world. Everyone sees the good that we as firefighters do and are also very keen to showcase our mishaps. However, do not let that hinder your progression. Don't let the critics hold you down. Continuously train to be the firefighter you want showing up at your front door. And like I always said, don't train until you get it right, but train until you can't get it wrong. One thing that a lot of people don't see or fail to recognize is our own personal heroes, who are the reason and backbone for all of us. It's these people who are here today, our spouses and families, who are our reasons why. We all have missed many special events, first steps and first words, birthdays and sporting events, and yet they're still expected to hold it down with no questions asked. So I challenge you guys, remember to thank them daily, for everything that they do. And with that being said, congratulations. Okay, we're getting towards the end. We're gonna bless the food, but before I bring him up, I'm just gonna go over a few things. Once we bless the food, the firefighters are gonna walk off the stage. At that time, the firefighters are gonna go outside for picture and lay, but please allow members of the training branch to take a picture of them in uniform, and then you can start giving out the lay to your family members. With that being said, I'd like to call up Firefighter Ishii.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for bringing all of us here together safely. We pray for us and our families for 53 as we go about our careers. Keep us safe, help it to be a rewarding career. Pray over the food about to receive, help it to nourish our bodies. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Firefighter Ishii. And now the moment we've all been waiting for. Families and friends, on behalf of the Hawaii Fire Department and the state of Hawaii ARF, we proudly present to you the 53rd graduating class.